Hello everyone. Now today we're going to be working with the Vivid Blooms etched dies, the Vivid Script Cinnamons, and I've also got the Blooming Butterflies Emboss and Cut embossing folder. And we're going to be using this navy blue cardstock. That's not what it's called. It's Spellbinders. I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, we're going to use it, and we're going to emboss this panel here. We're only going to do about half of the embossing folder, but it's okay. We're going to get the corner edge, and we're going to get one of the butterflies, and that's exactly what I need. So I'm just going to pull it out, and I've got my butterfly, and I've got my embossed corner, and we're going to use that for our card, and it's going to look lovely. Now I've got all of these scrap pieces of paper over here, and I'm going to bring in my Scout die cutting machine, which will be perfect for these dies. And we're going to just use this scrap paper that I have, and we're going to die cut out several of these Vivid Bloom etched dies. And I'm just going to start picking out the colors and using these scraps to get this all die cut out. And I have sped this up so that it'll be a lot faster. And I'm just going to use some washi tape, and we're going to get all these die cut out, and then we're going to begin assembling our card. So I've got a variety of Spellbinders papers here that I'm using, and I'm just going to choose the different patterns. And I'm laying this blue one on here, and I wish I had taped it down. I didn't, and it moves on me. So I'll have to die cut it out again. I tape all the other ones, but I don't tape that one because I feel like I have enough space there that it'll die cut out all right. But it did move when I went through my die cutting machine, so it was kind of a pain, but I'll have to die cut it out again. And I'm just trimming these down to fit the small dies so that I can run as many through as I can as possible. And I'm going to get them laid down on there, and I'm going to get them taped up with some washi tape. And I've just kind of got an eclectic mix of colors, but I think it'll all look good on that navy blue background. We'll get these all taped down, and here's where I didn't tape that blue one down, and it looks like I have plenty of space and it'll work just fine, but it doesn't. And you can clearly see where it moved on there, and I only got part of the flower. So I was thinking I could kind of lay it on the side of the panel and actually use it, but I'll wind up die cutting out another piece and just replacing it. So I'm going to get some more blue, and I'm going to get that large flower die cut out. And we'll bring in several other pieces and get them cut out as well. And we're just bringing in all the little bits and pieces and trying to figure out what goes with what. And I'm just going to die cut everything out. Some I'll use, some I won't use, but we'll just make an attempt at die cutting all of the different dies out. I'm trying to position these to where I get both of those on that lighter green there. And we're going to run this through, and then we'll come back and pick up some of those other pieces and run them through as well. And I love this die set. This is fantastic. I can see a lot of reasons to use this, and I'm excited. Now, I am late to this show on using this. With kids and everything that's gone on this past week, I should have done this video much sooner. This is like the 11th hour for this particular set, and so I'm just going to get it done and get my pictures taken, get the video uploaded, and get it submitted to Spellbinders. But I absolutely love this, and I expect to see this again on my channel because it is fantastic. I can just think of so many things. What I'm doing here tonight is just kind of limited, but I think you could do a lot. I love that green leafy element there with a lighter green. And we're just going to get this other piece that I didn't get die cut out, and we're going to bring in these smaller floral elements. We're going to bring in some blue and get them laid down on here. We'll get all these die cut out. I'm going to tape all these down because I learned my lesson. Just trying to get that washi tape to loosen up there. And we're going to get all these pieces pulled out, and then we'll start assembling our card. Okay, so I'm rolling up my sleeves and getting ready to go. I'm just going to start layering this up. And this one, I'm grabbing the things that I can clearly see layer together. And so I'm just going to pop out the little bits and pieces in this and get this laid down on this yellow base here. And we'll get that positioned. And then the centerpiece we've got, and I realize I've got it in the same color as the outer piece. So I'm just going to grab my vintage photo brush. Not even going to grab any ink, but I'm just going to lay some ink down on here and just kind of darken it up so that we'll have some dimension here on this particular flower. And I could have popped it up, but I just glued it in. I probably should have popped it up and it would have added some more dimension to it, but I think it looks fine. And I'm guessing this is the stem that goes with it. So I'm just going to kind of lay it aside and wait and see. So I'm just going to grab some more of my elements that I can clearly see go together. And this one, they're shaped the same, so you know it goes together. I'm just going to pop out all the little bits and pieces, and I'm going to get it laid down on there. Now the lighter pink didn't fully die cut out. I must have shifted as well. But I'm going to go with it, and it'll work just fine because I'm going to tuck it into where it won't show as much. So I've decided I need a little puddle. So I'm going to bring in this. This is some backer strips of some foam tape, and I'm just going to bring it in, and it'll be a good, it's smooth, so I could just add some glue to it and then tap it off, and then I'll get it laid down on there. I'm just using the scrap to tap it off and just pinch it together. So I'm kind of taking the simpler things first, the things that I absolutely know go together, and then I'll pull up the Spellbinder's site and figure out what goes with what, and I'll start layering them up. So here I've decided that I want to color these up because I need to layer them on this smaller pink flower, but I did the same colors for this, not thinking. So I'm going to bring in some tape. I'm just going to use my magnet to hold it down. I'm going to stick these little buds on this tape, and then I'm going to bring in a blue marker and kind of make them purpley because I've got the dark pink, and I'll add the blue, and it'll kind of make it a purple center. And I just need 3 of these, or 4, I think I have 4 of those. Maybe just 3. I think I'm looking at an orange one. So we'll lay these in the center, and we'll have a good contrast on those. And we'll save the other 2 for the blue flowers, and I'll have to die cut some more out for that. So now I'm going to bring my blue flowers in, and I'm going to use the pink ones that I have and then realize that I need to die cut some more out. I thought maybe those small orange pieces would go in there, but they don't. So I'm going to just lay these blue flowers down on this stem because there's 5 of them, and there's 5 areas for florals on this, so I think they go together. And I'm just going to lay these down on there, and then we'll start putting the centers on them. And I will have to die cut some more out, so I'm going to just put some glue on 2 of them, and then we'll get some more of this pink, and we'll die cut some more of these out, and then we'll get them laid down. So I've got some more of that dahlia paper, and I've got the die, and I'm just going to tape it down. We'll bring in the die cutting machine and get die cut out. I was just cleaning up some little bits and pieces with the tape on my desk there just to kind of get rid of the trash that I don't need. And I've got these extra little bits here so I can finish this off. And we'll just dab them in some glue, and we'll put them on each blue flower. And there we go. We've got our little floral element. Now I'm going to work on the big flower. And I really don't have what I need here. I've got this orange, and I've got a yellow, and I just don't think the orange and the yellow need to go on the blue. So I'm going to pop out all the bits and pieces. I have 2 of these, and I struggle with one of them getting it popped out, so I grab the other one and start popping it out, and it pops out a little bit easier. So I'm going to use this one, and then I'm going to get the die that this lays on, and I'm going to use dark blue for this, because I think it'll just pop better than the yellow that I have there. So I'll wind up, I'm not sure I wind up using that. And it takes me a minute to get all this die cut out. Just get all the junk out of the way. And I'm looking at that. That'll look good on there, but I just feel like I need a different backer than the yellow. I'm still trying to get those bits and pieces out. A couple of them were hard to get out. I don't know if maybe I should have ran through twice on there. And so I'm looking for some scrap blue, and I found it. And I'm just going to get that center die, and I'm going to die cut it out again. Put some tape on there so we don't mess it up, and we'll run it through the die cutting machine. So we have gotten freezing rain tonight. It started off with rain, and then freezing rain, and then snow. So I had plans to go to dinner with my sister and my best friend, and we decided that it probably was not the best night to get out, so we decided to just stay in. So then I wound up just ordering pizza and kind of eating an early dinner because I didn't have lunch. And then my husband called and said he was on his way home, and I was like, well, I got pizza here, so that's what I did. I just basically spent the entire day in the craft room and barely got anything done because I couldn't get videos to load. I was just having a terrible time getting them to load. But finally, I did get my craft roulette card loaded like late in the evening, and then I'm working on this. I have another video that is loading for Monday, and then I'm hoping to get this one loaded for Sunday. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know why YouTube is running so slow right now, but for some reason it is. So I'm going to lay this down the center of this big flower. And I've still got a piece in there that's driving me nuts that didn't pop out. And I just decided to just quit messing with it. And I'm going to get this flower laid down with its base. And I think it looks really pretty. And then I'm going to bring in the rest of my elements. I've got my my embossed, etched corner there. And I'm just laying navy blue on navy blue, just tone on tone. And I think it'll be kind of a stark, I really like it. I like the dark contrast on there. And I think it'll be really pretty. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but in person it looks lovely with that embossed on that navy. And I'm just going to pop it up to just further emphasize the embossing on that panel. And I'm going to get plenty of foam tape laid down on her. And I think it'll look just lovely. And this will give me an opportunity to tuck some stuff in as well. So we'll get the release paper released on this and get it laid down on there. And it'll be lovely. I love navy. And especially with these kind of brighter colors, I think they'll really pop off there. So you can see the embossed detail on there. And I'm just going to tuck and try and figure out how I want all these placed and just try and create a beautiful floral card. And I'm going to get this one laid down on there. And I'm going to have to cut these stems down because they're just too long for all my tucking that I'm going to do. So I'll just start hacking the stems off and just getting them to where I can tuck them in the way that I want to. And we're just going to have these bright colors on this dark navy, and I think it's really going to pop. I love this light green. And I'm just going to keep tucking and arranging until I get what I want. Just eyeballing it to see if it's what I want and if I need to do anything different. And I think I like it, so I'm going to start gluing. And for this one, I'm just going to put a little bit of foam tape on it and just pop it up a little bit more. This card's going to have some dimension. 2 sides, actually, and then I'm going to glue it on. I'm going to put the foam tape on the lower level, and then I'm going to glue it to where it'll lay on top of the leaves. And then I'll just start pulling stuff out and gluing it. I'll cut that stem down so I can tuck it in real well. And I'm just going to bring in some of the other pieces. I've got another little green leaf I'm going to tuck in. Then I'm going to lay my other little dark pink flower beside it. And I think it's all going to come together wonderfully. So I'll just get all this glued down. So I'm trying to get caught up from this past week of absolutely no crafting, and I just feel like I'm kind of behind the game. So I'm just trying to. It was like a marathon day of crafting today, and I'm hoping tomorrow I can spend some time in the craft room as well. I have a live tomorrow night, so if hopefully you can check that out. It is. I'll be going live at, I believe, 5:30 is what time I go live. It is the mystery kits from Kendra, and we're gonna do a hop. I think it's a giveaway hop, and it'll be fun. So I encourage you to check that out if you would. And then I'm going to have to get busy because I have some more Spellbinder stuff that needs to be worked with and get it out on my channel. And I'm going to go live on Thursday with Craft and Kimmy, and it'll be fun. So it's going to be a busy week. So I have got thank you in gold, and I'm going to lay it down on here. You can't hardly see it here, I don't think. But I'm going to create a puddle because it's a real thin, fine cinnamon. It is from the Vivid Script Cinnamons, and I'm not using the shadow for it. I'm just using the thank you. And I'm going to get it laid down on here. And I think it looks lovely. And I'm going to bring in that butterfly that I die cut out, and I'm just going to pop it up and lay it down on here and just add some extra dimension to it. And then that will pretty much finish off our card. And I think it's really lovely. I can't wait to work with this more because this is a beautiful set. It's just gorgeous. So thanks for watching, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye now.